Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Have you heard the song, when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when you've had a year like 2020? Isn't that how it goes? I simply remember my favorite things and then I don't feel so bad. Okay, maybe those lyrics aren't exactly right, but I just thought that song in mind, the appropriate way to end 2020 was to share my favorite things from the entire year. Now, I'm going to put my own little twist on this favorites video. I'm calling it my darlings of 2020, but instead of just going category by category, foundation, blush, bronzer, I decided, because I have so many products that I wanted to fit in here, I developed 50 categories that help describe in one sentence basically why I love that product. So I think as we go along, hopefully you'll catch on, but I do have 50 products, so let's get started. All right, kicking things off, I have two products that are non-beauty related. The first one is the best germ killing technology I discovered in 2020, and that is phone soap. This is a blue light box that you put your phone in, or keys, or anything that will fit. You close the lid, plug it in, and 10 minutes later, your phone has been completely de-germed. Can we say this is a very necessary item I didn't think I would need, but I'm so glad to own. The next product is the best heat relieving tool. It is this rechargeable handheld fan. It comes in this peachy pink shade or black. One charge will last 4.5 to 17 hours of use. So I've only charged this 2 times. I've had this for many months. Great for drying nail polish, great for drying setting spray, but it's also great in those really hot summer months when you're just dying and you need a little cooling. The third speed on this fan is so powerful. It is wonderful. Now on to makeup and skincare and hair care and all that good stuff. All right, biggest surprise from the drugstore was the LA Girl Pro Mastery Eyeshadow Palette. I have shared a video about this, and by the way, any videos I've done, I will link in the description box below with more details on these products, but I know you've seen this palette before. Great quality, love the color selection, and you can't beat the price. Most inventive packaging goes to the new Lorac Pro Palettes. Why is it so inventive? Well, they figured out a way to make it look like a normal palette on the outside, but on the inside, they have created a fold down flap, and you can remove the pans in here. You can adjust them around in any order you want, or you can buy replacement shades. Most beautiful packaging has to go to the Charlotte Tilbury jewel pots. When I opened these in the box, I literally gasped to myself in the room all alone, and I was like, oh my goodness, those are beautiful. Inset in here is a sparkly kind of top, and then it has all this like jewel diamond cut on the top of this. Beautiful packaging, and it also is a very beautiful product inside. Cutest theme and packaging has to go to Marc Jacobs Cherry Collection, and specifically I have the Cherrific palette. These are raised cherries. It's just so cute, and of course the color selection is my kind of color selection, but he also named the shadows going across this way to complete kind of a phrase, and it is decadent, juicy, delicious. Ask for extra cherries on top. Just think it is so cute and very creative. Next was the best mini palette. This was hard because there were several that could have made the cut, but I decided to go with the Lawless, the baby one. This one came in right at the last minute, but I love the collection in here, and I think there is so much versatility in such a small palette. Absolutely love this. Next was the best newly discovered brand for me personally, and it goes to Sydney Grace. The Enduring Love palette was my first product that I purchased from them, and I was so impressed. I bought a lot more shadows, but this is a wonderful color story, and I so enjoyed it. The quality is amazing, and their customer service is top notch. So you know I am a huge eyeshadow palette lover, and so I created several categories in order to work in my favorites from the year. So this next one is the eyeshadow palette color scheme that I did not expect to like, but ended up loving. That goes to the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I'm not normally a cool tone eyeshadow lover, but I love this palette, and every time I use this on my eyes, I do feel extra glamorous, and I don't know, there's just something about it that totally works. Best gift set for the holidays goes to the Tarte Lil palettes, Lil palettes. So that includes this Lil Juicy, Lil Bloom, and Lil Toasted palette. And these are such great quality. It was such a fantastic deal. They also smell like vanilla, and I just think these were a wonderful holiday gift set. Favorite seasonal makeup product? Yeah, I know you won't be surprised. The Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. I just think not only was the theme there, the scent is wonderful, but this color scheme was so much fun, and it has given me so many versatile looks. I absolutely love this palette. Best new neutral eyeshadow palette this year goes to Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes palette. I feel like this was so well done. There's an even number of shimmers and mattes. The quality is amazing. And I really feel like this is such a versatile palette. You can get super soft daytime looks or go super dark and smoky. Love it. Most impressive new brow product. You know, I don't love brows and doing my brows, but it's a necessary thing. And I loved the Thrive Instant Brow Fix. This is a tinted brow gel, but it is kind of semi-permanent. The brush is super tiny, but there is something about this formula that actually sticks and grabs the brow hairs and stays all day. Favorite new eyeliner shade that I can't believe I never tried before. That is the Urban Decay 24/7 Pencil in Mushroom. I'm wearing this today on my lower lash line, and I can't believe it took me so long to try this shade. It's a beautiful kind of metallic gray taupe shade, and I especially love using it right along the lower lashes, kind of on the inside of the waterline. It just gives the perfect kind of hazy effect, and I especially love it paired with the Natasha Denona Glam palette. Most impressive, easy to use liquid liner goes to Maybelline Hyper Easy. It's a good thing it's easy because that's in the name. This is so fantastic. I used it today to give myself just the finest, thinnest little line, a little bit of a flick. It is super long wearing, easy to use, a very soft brush tip, but it's slightly shorter than my other two favorite brands, and I think that's what makes it extra easy. And it does have a shaker ball, so you'll be able to get all of that product flowing down as you're using it. Best drugstore makeup discovery for me this year was the Pixi Endless Silky Eye Pens. Yes, I now own 4 and I want more. There is a great color range available. These are super soft and blendable, but once they set, they stay. I have black caviar kind of on the outer part of my eye, blended out and then topped with shadow. These also last in the waterline very well. I have just been super impressed, and at a drugstore price, it makes them even better. Most impressive metallic eyeshadows has to go to Sydney Grace. I purchased several of these individually. They're pressed pigments, and I just want to show you, this is Golden Rose, literally one swipe and one swipe on the back of your hand, and look at that. I was just, my jaw dropped the first time I tried these. They are so pigmented. I have Golden Rose, this is Lucky Peach, and then I also have Go For It. And every time I use these, I am just in awe. Best product from the Boxycharm base box goes to the Natasha Denona Peak palette. I not only love this color story, but I do love Natasha Denona shadows, and I just think this was such a wonderful addition to that box. The box cost $25 a month. It came with 4 other products, and this alone normally retails for $48 or $49. So I just thought it was a fantastic deal and absolutely loved this. Most refreshing product goes to the Stila One Step Correct. This is correcting and brightening serum for the eyes. It has 3 different shades of peach and pink, and it's encased in a serum with all kinds of good stuff. You put this under your eyes before concealer. It helps cool them and just make them depuff a little bit, and it gives a little hint of color correction, but I just think this is one of the most refreshing things you can do in the morning when you're putting on makeup. Most repurchased product of the year has to go to IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Mascara is one of those products that I go through because I do make sure to rotate it out every 2 to 3 months. And this being my favorite product is the one that I purchased the most. I did buy a 6-pack on QVC. It's the cheapest way to buy this. The close second in that category would be lash primer. And this year it would have been the Origins underwear for lashes. I purchased this one more than my other lash primers this year. So most repurchased goes into that mascara category for sure. These next products, I was really trying to figure out how I could include them, and I decided to call them the best small but mighty products, and that is the Kaja Beauty Bento eyeshadow stacks. I have 6 of them now, and I just think this tiny little compartment contains so much power to create beautiful looks. There's a mirror and then 3 eyeshadows. Each one has a different color scheme. Some of them, like this one, contains all shimmers. My favorite color scheme, I think, of all of them is probably this one. This is Glowing Guava, and it has 2 mattes and then this shimmer shade on the inside. I love these. These are super quick. So if I'm really in a hurry, I can grab one of these and go, or throw just this in my purse and have basically a whole eye look in one little stack. Best new brushes that I use on a daily basis are these 3 from BK Beauty. Now, I do use many other brushes on a regular basis, but these are pretty much daily. This is the 206. This is the 204. The 206 is a great crease blending brush. This is a great smudger brush, especially with those Pixi eyeliners. And then this is the 105, my favorite for powder. You can powder that face and really mattify in a very short, quick amount of time. So love the softness, the quality of these brushes. Most reliable new foundation that I discovered this year has to go to the Kvd Portrait Foundation. I own this in now 4 different shades. It has been routinely on sale, and every time it goes on sale, I pick up another shade. I absolutely love this. I'm wearing it today. I have 3 drops on my entire face. You do have to shake it like crazy every time you use it, right before you apply it. But it is the thinnest, lightest weight foundation, but I always know what I'm gonna get with it. It's very dependable. It gives me great coverage. It stays really well through the day, works with any powder I use with it. Absolutely a favorite. Best discontinued product. I know this seems unfair, but I want to throw it in here because who knows, if the brand ever watches this, maybe they'll bring it back. It is the Too Faced Sweetie Pie Bronzer. I had never used this until this year. I purchased it and I thought, oh my goodness, where have I been? I have a huge dent in this. I've stopped using it on camera because you can't get it any longer, but this is the best blush bronzer, kind of little bit of highlighter that I have found, and I am so sad that it is discontinued. Too Faced, bring it back. The easiest cream blush to apply goes to the Nudestix Nudies Bloom blushes. Now they do have some matte versions too. These are the dewy ones, and I just find that these work even better than the matte ones because they're so easy to blend into the skin. I have two shades, Peach Peony and Cherry Blossom, and I just love how quick and easy these are to apply. There is a brush on the other end, but I just love to take this Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush it on there, brush it on the cheeks, and you're good to go. Best dewy skin-like blushes are the Daniel Sandler watercolor blushes. I finally got to try these this year. I've wanted to try them for years, and I now have 3 colors. Today I am wearing Angel and Divine, this combination. These are super pigmented. You only need about 2 drops total for both cheeks. Again, I use that same brush, do it on the back of my hand, put it on the cheeks. I think these are amazing, and they really do just blend right into your skin. They melt right into your skin and just look so beautiful and natural. Most unique formulation has to go to Illamasqua Gel Sculpt Contour Stick. I have the shade Silhouette. I know it looks really scary, but it is a wonderful cooling, literally cooling contour stick. Do you see how light it can be? And it just blends right in, but it feels literally like you are putting a drink of water on your skin. I wish that they would make a concealer product that feels like this, because that would be awesome. All right, now not everything was new that made it into this favorites, and that includes this next one, which was my favorite go-to powder contour, and that is the Lorac Pro Contour Palette. I don't think you can beat this palette for quality, for just the usefulness of each of these colors, but especially the contour shades. They are matte, they're super pigmented, but very blendable. I absolutely love this, and this is the second one that I have owned. Go-to powder bronzer, again, not a new product, because you just can't beat the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzers. I have Bronzer, which is the lighter shade that I used today. And then I also have Deep Bronzer, which is my summertime shade. I love not only the coconut scent that these have, the soft formula, but these have just a very gentle satin sheen that just makes the skin look healthy, but doesn't emphasize texture. Absolutely one of the best. Most forgiving and natural looking cream contour goes to Tarte Breezy Contour. This is the shade Seychelles, and I also have the really deep shade. I absolutely love this. Just a quick dab kind of in the hollows of the cheek, around the hairline. It just blends seamlessly into the skin, looks so natural, and I just think this is a wonderful formula, especially if you are a beginner with contour and you want to try a cream contour. This would definitely be my recommendation. Best complexion perfecting powder, one I've loved for a couple years now, is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. This refines the look of pores and just perfects the look of the skin. It has a water encapsulated powder, so that kind of dries up over time as you use it, but initially when you put it on your skin, you feel that wonderful cooling sensation, but it just makes the complexion look nearly perfect. Best all-around powder for me, I feel like, is still the Peach Perfect from Too Faced. This is the mattifying loose powder. This sets my foundation perfectly. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy. It's just the perfect in between, and I feel like this does a wonderful job of helping my foundation last throughout the day, and it works with every foundation that I wear. This next category, I kind of cheated a little bit, but it's because they're 2 different formulas. So, most flattering highlighter for mature skin, the liquid form, you probably know, it's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Again, I'm wearing this today, no shimmer, just light to the areas of the face that you put it on. Best powder formulation, I feel like, goes to the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance. highlighter, and this is the shade 01, highlight 01 I should say. And again, it's almost like the powder version of this, no shimmer, but just a nice bit of light on the cheeks. Now, if you're saying, I don't want anything subtle, I want the most brilliant highlighter out there, I still feel like Maybelline Master Chrome in the shade Molten Pearl is pretty unbelievable. I have the tiniest amount on the tops of my cheeks over the Hollywood Flawless filter. This is buttery soft and smooth. There's no chunky glitter, but it is all out metallic, but it really does just melt into the skin. And I just think this is an amazing, brilliant highlighter. Most reached for powder blushes. I would say in general, it's these two brands. It's the Bare Minerals Gen Nude blushes and the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. When I open my huge blush drawer, if I'm in a hurry, I'm usually grabbing one of these two brands. Now, I have a number of colors in these brands, but these two are some of my favorites because they are very neutral. This one is Beige for Days, and then this one is the Tarte Seduce. And they're similar in tone, so you can see, kind of gravitate towards the same things, but wonderful formulation. Most consistent concealer. Now, I know I did have this category for foundation, but you might be wondering, why am I putting that word consistent? Well, I don't know about you, but sometimes concealer or foundation looks good and the next day it doesn't. Well, this year, I feel like the most consistent concealer I discovered was from Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer. This is the shade 10 Light. And I just feel like this is a great concealer. It's not overly drying, and yet it doesn't remain tacky. So I can get away with not setting it at all. And I think that's a wonderful bonus for those of us with more mature under eyes. Most beautiful tinted sunscreen for under makeup is Paula's Choice. This is the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30, and for normal oily combination skin. Now, if you have dry skin, they also have a formulation, but I love this under foundation. It doesn't make me greasy. It is formulated with antioxidants and resveratrol, which is really a big ingredient right now in anti-aging stuff, but it's also mineral based, and I love that for my sensitive skin. Now, the tint on this is slightly pinky toned, so that's why it's not my favorite all by itself. For that category, the most beautiful tinted sunscreen all on its own goes to the CeraVe Hydrating Tinted Sunscreen. This also is completely mineral based. It's SPF 30, and this just makes your skin look healthy, glowy, and it has, for my skin tone, the perfect amount of kind of a little bit more of a yellow tone. There's no white cast with this at all. And this is my favorite to wear when I'm going out to walk the dog or walk myself. And it just looks beautiful. Now, this does not last for me under makeup, but if you're dry skin, you'll love this under makeup as well. All right, I couldn't figure out anything else to say except miracle in a bottle. This is the Too Faced Plump and Prime Luxury Face Plumping Primer Serum. I do have a whole video on this. I love this. This is now my third bottle I purchased, just starting it, but I notice a remarked difference when I stop using this. So that is one of the ways that I test products, is I'll stop using them, start using some other things, and I noticed a big difference in my skin. So absolutely love it. And you gotta say that packaging is beautiful. All right, we all hate those limited edition products that we fall in love with and they're no longer available. So I feel like the best limited edition product that is no longer available is the MAC lipstick in the shade A La Plage. It is what I am wearing today. I think this is the most wonderful nude neutral shade. It has just a little bit of a frosty kind of like finish. There's no glitter particles, but it just looks so beautiful and pairs with so many different lip liners. MAC, you gotta make this permanent. Favorite scented products this year go to A big surprise because Buxom has never added unique scents to their glosses until this year. They added pumpkin spice latte and apple cider to their fall collection, and I absolutely love them. I love the shades as well, but the scent I think was perfect. It didn't smell artificial, and it was just that wonderful kind of fall experience every time I went to put on my lip gloss. Now these next two, I didn't even have to go back and look to be sure because I just know. The first one is the lip liner color that I used the most in videos, whether it be a tutorial or that I wore in most of my videos. And that goes to the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk 2 Medium. You can see how little this is getting. I'm wearing this today. Absolutely love this shade. It's the perfect pinky, neutral, mid-tone rosy color that goes with everything. And then the gloss that made an appearance in the most videos has to go to Huda Beauty Lip Strobe in Angelic. You guessed it. I absolutely love this. I love it on its own with a lip liner or over the top of lipstick. It's the way I help tone down bright lipsticks. Lots of ways to use this lip gloss. Best rediscovered product in my collection this year was the MAC Gel Lipstick. Oh my goodness. I used this for a video last February or something, and I thought, oh wow, I forgot how much I love this shade. And it became a staple all year long. Again, another one of those shades that just has so much versatility, and you can use it instead of a lip gloss just to add that little extra sheen to your lip color. Absolutely one of the best lip colors. So glad I rediscovered it. Most beautiful sparkly lip product goes to the Charlotte Tilbury Superstar Lips lipstick in the shade Pillow Talk Diamonds. I mean, there you have it. It's right there in the name, right? There's gonna be shimmer, and oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I absolutely love this. I love it on its own, especially with a lip liner, you know, the Pillow Talk 2 medium lip liner, but it's also beautiful over the top of lipstick. It does have glitter particles in it, but it's not uncomfortable and gritty. If you love sparkly lip products, you'll love this. All right, we're getting close. Hang with me. Most long-wearing nail product discovery of the year goes to what I'm wearing on my nails right now. It's the Dashing Diva nail strips. This is the set in the blush, which is one of my favorites. I've tried many others, and I don't know what it is, but these things work really well for me. And as a pianist, nail polish gets chipped off if I'm really doing a lot of intense practicing. These stay put. So highly recommend, and I love that they are very inexpensive. Best new hair care product goes to Amika for their Buster Brass shampoo. This is, in my opinion, one of the best violet toning shampoos out there. I have since also started using the conditioner and their leave-in treatment, but the shampoo takes the cake. This totally takes out any brassy tones in your blonde highlights or blonde hair. I love the smell. It doesn't over dry. You don't have to use gloves to use it. It's just all around great. Least fussy, most natural looking sunless tanner I discovered this year is by Jergens, and it's Soul. So it's Soul by Jergens, Water Mousse, and I have the shade Deep. I especially love this in the fall months as we're leading into winter. You can throw this on because it's clear, it doesn't stain your clothes, it dries really quickly, it doesn't remain tacky, and it really does give your skin just a nice, natural looking color. So if you want something for the winter that doesn't look over the top tan, this is perfect. Staying in that theme, the best new sunless tanning tool I discovered this year is this. I know, it looks very unassuming. It looks like just a piece of cloth, and that's pretty much what it is. But this is the Saint Tropez Remover Mitt. Yes, you know why we might need this for your sunless tanner that needs to be removed. But this also is the best exfoliating tool before you put on sunless tanner. I didn't think this would actually do anything because it feels like just kind of a material that you would make a shirt out of. But oh my goodness, this is the most intense scrubbing action you've ever had. And it really does a great job at removing the remaining sunless tanner from your heels, your elbows, you know, all those places where it tends to gather. This will become your best friend, and it's only $6.50. And finally, the brand that I splurged the most on in 2020 has to be Charlotte Tilbury. Now, I will say it's also the brand that I have gotten the most free product from as well, just as a consumer, not because I'm a YouTuber, but she on her website offers free products with purchase all the time. So I have gotten a number of free products, but it's also a brand that I just was really curious about trying. Several of you requested that I try several items, so I do have a whole video about it, but that is the brand that I feel like I spent the most money on this year, but I have really enjoyed a lot of her products. And with that, that brings me to my final parting words for 2020. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you for watching my videos this year, for sharing them, for giving me comments and feedback and ideas. I just have so enjoyed getting to know each and every one of you. As I'm closing out this year, I am astonished at my subscriber count being at 55,000. I just can't even believe that. And I know it is all due to you spreading the word. So I appreciate you so much. And as we say goodbye and good riddance to 2020, I just want to say much love and blessings to you in 2021. Happy New Year. Bye.